Right, we are live here in Pittsburgh at Barrel Arena. Bell Tire taking on New Jersey. Looking to break this streak of theirs. Ag Bay starting out here with, looks like Hewer, Martin, and McKenzie on D. McKenzie going up quick. Dumping it deep right on net. Number 91 also for Bell Tire. We've got a couple 16s up with us. Back to Martin. Martin, shot in. It's traffic and it's going to go in for the goal. Martin from the point to put Bell Tire up 1-0. And 19 seconds in, Bell Tire is going to go up 1-0. And they're back off here. New Jersey dumping it in. Martin to chase behind her own net. Going up the wall. Finding Agbay over to Hewer. Hewer back up to Agbay. Hits the point. Dropped back down deep. Knocked down by Martin. Martin putting it up the wall. Intercepted there at the point. And a little bit of a mess in the slot in Bell Tire zone. Hewer now behind the net. Going to Martin. Martin trying to find Agbay. Pass deflected by New Jersey. And sent back down deep. Picked up by McKenzie. McKenzie going up. And that's going to hit a skate at the door of New Jersey. They pick it up. And we've got too many men for New Jersey. So that'll put Bell Tire up on a power play here. So Bell Tire's power play line coming out. On ice, we have way too many players. Bell Tire going for 7 on this power play. All right, settle back in. And Bell Tire up to their point. Hitting Caitlin. Caitlin to Markovich. Markovich down deep. Back up top to Caitlin. And misses her stick. Sliding out into neutral and into the Bell Tire zone. Caitlin in a foot race. Gets to the puck first. Goes rink wide. Looking for Markovich. Markovich catching it off the wall. Going into the New Jersey zone. Out there with Dobbs. Up to Caitlin. Caitlin's shot deflected over top of the net. Picked up back into the corner to Markovich. Markovich going back up top to Caitlin. Caitlin back to Markovich. Markovich circling, walking in, down deep. Back up top to Caitlin. Caitlin on the point, shot. Deflected by the goalie, wide. Picked up by New Jersey. They're going to go off the wall and go down deep. This is going to be picked up by Streeter. And now Caitlin Flanagan up ice, going wide. This is now grabbed by Agbay. Agbay going deep. Morton in on D with Martin. Morton gets a stick on it, disrupts the play, passes back. Goes up to 91 from the 16s. Apologies on the name. Hewer up to Martin. Martin walking across, shot in. Tipped in front of the net by Agbay. That's going to hit the netting and pause play. 12:24 on the clock. 1 second remaining in the Bell Tire power play. Puck's down, dropped back from Agbay to Martin. Martin walking in, shot deflected, foot race back, and that puck's going to make its way in the Bell Tire zone. Picked up by Morton. Morton going back the other way, finding 91 from the 16s. She drops it back deep behind the New Jersey net. And Agbay into the corner, sliding up to Morton. Morton trying to break out, gets it into neutral. Off a foot, deflected back into the Bell Tire zone, chased by Martin. Martin working her way into the corner. New Jersey centering pass, deflected. Picked up by Cruciano. Cruciano now with some wheels. Cruciano turning in. Cruciano putting it on net. And that's going to be covered up by the goalie. Good run by Cruciano. 11:34 on the clock. And that shot in by McKenzie. Beltire tied up in the corner. Clemens down, helping out. And New Jersey on a run, going through neutral, gaining the zone. Defended by Bowman. Up top, intercepted by Cruciano. Kept in by, momentarily kept in. Now New Jersey retreats. That pass intercepted by McKenzie. Flanagan taking a shot, deflected off the glass. Dobbs in with Markovic, 97 from the 16s. Dobbs spinning, turning it back down deep. Chased down by Markovic. Defended by McKenzie on the boards here. Behind the net goes New Jersey. New Jersey at the half wall, trying to get it out, intercepted by Markovic. Collected in by Dobbs. Dobbs now going up the slot, shot wide of the net, picked up by 97 from 16s. In the corner, in for D, Martin and Caitlin. Passed up top. Martin disrupted the breakout attempt, picked up by Martin, shot in, wide of the net. And chipped up, kept in momentarily by Caitlin. Now chipped up by New Jersey. And Agbe to chase. Agbe in the corner, going up the wall. That's going to clear the zone. We're going to get an icing, and Beltire's going to slow things down here. Hewer looks like she's going to take this draw out there with Agbe. Morton on D with McKenzie. Battle on the half wall in Beltire zone. Hewer in the mix of it. Chipped up by Agbe. Agbe now clearing the zone, getting it down to the New Jersey zone. 9:30 on the clock. Battle in the corner of New Jersey zone. Picked up by Beltire. And slides past Morton's stick out to neutral. That's going to be on net pass from McKenzie. And picked up by New Jersey in their zone. Play right below us. Trying to find a pass over to Clemens. Clemens picks it off the board, drops it back. Played up to Cruciano. Cruciano now in neutral. Gains the zone. Clemens gets a stick on it, sends it behind the Jersey net. Bowman and Caitlin on D here. Cruciano, Clemens, Kozowski. That puck makes its way to neutral, picked up by 97 from the 16s, intercepted by New Jersey. Dobbs checked in. Caitlin behind her own net, playing it up the wall. Playing it up to Dobbs. Dobbs chips in a foot race. Going behind the Jersey net. Dobbs going hard. 97, going to try and drop back to Martin. Martin keeping it deep, picked up by 97. Markovic in to help. 97 battling in the corner. Puck pops free, picked up by Jersey. Jersey going rink wide. McKenzie Flanagan now here in on D with Martin. McKenzie circling in her own zone. She's finding a lane here. And she's going to take that lane and go all the way deep down to New Jersey's goalie, who's going to cover with 7:25 on the clock. Ball's down, picked up by McKenzie. McKenzie's going to go deep with that puck into the corner. Hewer battling behind the net. Hewer trying to chip it out, looking for Agbe. And Martin lost her stick. Beltire good on the back check. Play disrupted by Mackenzie Flanagan. Picked up by New Jersey in the corner. Slot pass, shot, over top of the net. Pass back from New Jersey. That's going to miss its mark and will slide all the way down into their own zone. Beltire going for a full line change. 6:46 on the clock in the first period. On ice, we've got Caitlin Flanagan, Morton, Kozowski, Cruciano, Clemens. Up top for Morton. Morton shot in the blue paint. A mess in front of the net, and the puck makes its way free. The half wall picked up by New Jersey. Tipping it ahead. Morton playing it ahead to the point. Looking for Kozowski. And sent back the length by New Jersey for an icing. 6:02 on the play stoppage. Draw coming in the Jersey zone. Going to be taken by Dobbs, who's out there with 97 from the 16s. Martin and Bowman. Puck is down. Markovich also out for Beltire. Battling happening in the corner. Pass back to Martin. Martin's shot gets through wide of the net. Picked up by Bowman, who sends it back deep. This is going to be picked up at the half wall by New Jersey as they skate out of the zone. Tracked down by and Bowman going to half wall looking for Markovich. New Jersey battling here in the wall. Centering pass disrupted, picked up by Martin. Martin now with a lane. Martin going wide. Her team's going for a change. Martin going in by herself, taken down in the wall. Battling hard and retreated as she gets some reinforcements. Mackenzie Flanagan sending it towards the net. Tipped out by New Jersey. This is now going to be defended by Martin, pushing wide. Making a big stop, shoving it back into neutral. Almost another too many men from New Jersey. Tipped back in. Agbe out with Hewer. Caitlin and Mackenzie on D. And Mackenzie stepping up, trying to disrupt that breakout. New Jersey through neutral. Gaining the Beltire zone. Shot, blocker to side by Streeter. Mackenzie behind her own net with Hewer and Caitlin. Hit up the wall, looking for Agbe. Cleared out, and number 91 from the 16s gets a stick on it. Couldn't quite get control, and it gets dumped back deep. Looking for a stretch pass. Catches 91 in stride here. 91 by herself. 91 rolls off her backhand. Goes to the back of the net. Cleared out by New Jersey. Kept in by Cruciano with some force. Cruciano here going in. Shot turned aside by the Jersey goalie. 3:48 on the clock. Picked up by Clemens. And now Jersey's going to make a breakout pass. Caitlin Flanagan up the wall. Caitlin, a little bit of room on a change. Shot. Blocker aside by the Jersey goalie. And into the corner. Morton out there keeping that puck at the half wall. Shot from, I don't know who that shot was from, but that puck is cleared deep by Jersey for an icing. We're going to have 3:14 on the clock. Morton and Martin in on D. 97 from the 16s. Markovich and Dobbs to take the draw. Puck is down. Beltire behind the Jersey net, circling. We're going to switch with Morton. Morton centering pass. And right there on the doorstep, Dobbs trying to put it home. Dobbs circling. Dobbs, shot. Glove, and a whistle. 2:58. Looks like Dobbs to take the draw. Dobbs ties up. And New Jersey comes out, defended by Martin. Picked up by Morton. Jersey now sending it in, and that's going to be picked up by Streeter, which he's going to hold for a reset. Bell-Tire D-line change here. In comes Bowman and McKenzie. We will have an ice cut after this first period. McKenzie sliding around for Dobbs. I'm sorry, 97 from the 60s. This is going to be picked up by Dobbs now in neutral. Dobbs going down, taken out at the half wall, continues through. Jersey coming out of their own zone. Jersey through neutral. Jersey gains the zone, disrupted by McKenzie. And now picked up by McKenzie in the D as she skates around the ref. Hewer now in to help. McKenzie going up the wall, looking for an outlet pass. Picked up now by Hewer. Hewer in neutral, going across to Agbay. Agbay in the Jersey zone. Half wall. Bowman now in on D with Caitlin. Agbay applying pressure. Jersey breaking their pass out into neutral. Gaining the Bell-Tire zone, and this is going to go behind the Bell-Tire net. Picked up by Bowman. Bowman to the half wall. Outlet pass to Hewer. Hewer now, a little bit of room to work. Agbay coming down the side. Hewer shot, glove. And freezes play. 1:36 on the clock. We've got Caitlin and Martin in on D. Kozowski, Cruciano, and Clemens. Kozowski to take the draw. Jersey won that back to their own corner. Switching back and going up the half wall. Exiting the zone, stepped up by Martin. And that puck picked up by Caitlin, flipped ahead into neutral. Jersey going around, off the back, picked up by Martin, put back into neutral. Martin chasing. Now Clemens. And Martin's going to pick that up behind her own net. Martin with room. Martin going across center. Martin down deep in the corner. Circling the net, hitting the brakes, and she's shoulder checked in the back of the net, but puts the puck out front. That puck coming back to Markovic. Markovic off the half wall. And disrupted by New Jersey. This is going to be chased down by Martin. 39 seconds remaining here in the period. Sent ahead, disrupted, offsides. Martin. We're going to have a face-off here, taken by Dobbs. 97 of the 16. So it looks like Morton and McKenzie with Markovic. Play resuming here. Now Dobbs coming out with the puck. Looking ahead. She's going to chase. Foot race. Hard into the corner. Regains possession. Chips it aside. Finding Markovic. Markovic now going into the corner. Markovic battling. Ends up with a Jersey player. Taking her down at the half wall. Jersey chipping it ahead. They had an extra player there. Morton's going to chase it down. Morton circling her net. Reverse pass. Finding Flanagan. Morton now is going to be the end of the period. And I believe there's going to be an ice cut here. Yes. So we were going to go for a 10-minute break with the ice cut. We'll be back momentarily for the second period. Bell-Tire up 1-0. All right, we're back ready for the second period. Bell Tire up 1-0, 15 minutes on the clock. 91 in for Bell Tire with the third, Hewer, Agbe, McKenzie, Martin, Streeter, and net. Down to McKenzie. McKenzie over to Martin. Martin picked up, going back over to McKenzie. McKenzie going up, neutral, trying to find Agbe. Didn't quite get it past New Jersey. Puck floating around in the center here, picked up by Martin. Martin going back over to Hewer. Hewer going up ice, and that's going to be on Agbe stick. Agbe, quick shot's going to go wide of the net. Chased down by Hewer, up to Martin. Martin shot in, and a rebound by 91 from the 16s. Hewer in the corner, taken down. No penalty, picked up by Agbe. Out to neutral, picked up by Martin. Now collected by 91. 91, turning the circle. Going to dump it deep, almost deep, and it's going to be collected in by New Jersey. New Jersey through neutral, defended by Martin. Martin pushing wide, shot, rubbed down by Streeter. Popped out of his glove, and a rebound opportunity. Turned aside. Picked up now by Markovic. Markovic up the wall. Looking for Dobbs. McKenzie now circling in her own D. Up the wall, finding Markovic. Markovic trying to get a backhand chip out. Flanagan around to 97 of the 16th, trying to punch it out. Skating through and successfully gets it out. We're going to have offsides. Delayed, so play continues.
Don't telegraph it!
Sent up. And we're going to have there was an icing call. All right, back underway here in New Jersey. Finding the centering pass, Cruciano on that puck. Dropped down up to the point. Shot blocked by Cruciano. Bouncing puck turned aside by Streeter. Out front. And a save turned aside by Streeter. Faced by Morton. Morton in the corner. We're going to have a roughing call here on Bell Tire. That's going to put us on a penalty kill. A line change for Bell Tire. Martin and McKenzie in with Agbe and Hewer. Hewer to take the draw, minute 30 on the clock. Stravinsky in the box for Bell Tire. Flanagan wrapping it around the boards and sending it to length. This is going to be chased by Agbe. Agbe coming up with the puck. Hewer now. Good shot. Got a whistle. Looks like the net's off.
Good pressure, girls.
Good pressure by Agbe. Caitlin Flanagan checked in now. Hewer, Martin, Agbe is still on ice. Agbe tied up at the dot. Hewer going to float in on net. New Jersey not quite sure what to do here. They're going to do a breakout pass. Picked up by Agbe. And collected in by Hewer. Hewer now taking a shot. Gloved by New Jersey, set down quick. They're trying to put together their power play, but Bell Tire is mothering them. New Jersey now up the boards, defended by Flanagan. Hewer going up the glass, looking for Markovic. Going to be cleared out by Flanagan down the length of the ice. Bell Tire going for a line change. We're going to have McKenzie check back in on D here. And Dobbs, Markovic, and the Flanagans on D. Flanagan's pushing wide. New Jersey circling. Up to their point. Chipped in behind the Bell Tire net. Flanagan ripping it around the boards and going the length. Love the new USA hockey migration rule over to actual hockey rules. Up to half wall goes New Jersey. This is defended by number 91 from 16s. And Bell Tire's back up to full strength here. On ice is Bowman, Clemens, 91 from 16. Now 91 has it. Going up at 97. 16's taking a shot. Turned aside by the Jersey goalie. Kept in by Bowman on the half wall. Mackenzie Flanagan back to help. Clemens sitting the puck to open ice. Picked up by New Jersey. New Jersey going up ice. Clemens picking up that road pass up to 91. 91 putting it on net. Turned aside by the goalie. Clemens down in the corner, sending it back. Quick shot glove by Jersey. All right, on ice. We had Martin, Clemens, Bensky, and Cruciano. Cruciano sending it down to Clemens in the corner. She's going to tap it behind the net. Chased down by New Jersey. New Jersey circling behind her on net. Off the half wall, shipped out, coming out to neutral. Defended by Martin. Martin going into the corner, behind the net. Chased down. And picked up by Clemens. Clemens off the wall. Looking for Cruciano on a breakout. New Jersey regains possession. Quick shot, goes wide of the net. Up top, shot. Blocked again, turned aside, picked up by Martin. Martin's going to send it up the boards. And now we've got a break. Cruciano now. Cruciano's shot, glove by New Jersey. 9:42 on the clock. 91 from 16, Hewer, Agbe, Caitlin Flanagan, and Mackenzie Flanagan on ice for Bell Tire. Agbe battling, getting that puck back deep. And now Jersey on a run here. Flanagan's on D. Up the wall, 91, chipping it out, laying a New Jersey player on the ice. And New Jersey going rink wide. 91 disrupting the pass. Pushing the Jersey player all over the place. Jersey going up through neutral. Shot in, turned aside by Streeter, picked up by Dobbs. Now Flanagan. And Flanagan's going to get it deep. That's going to be a nice. That'll come the length of the ice here with 8:49 on the clock.
Stick down!
On ice, Martin Bowman, Markovich, 97 from 16, and Dobbs. Dobbs on the draw. Puck's down, Dobbs won it back to the corner. Bowman sending it around, finding Martin. Martin slingshot pass, looking for the pass on the breakout to 97, just past her stick. We're going to have an icing. Dobbs to draw again. Jersey won that back. Off the half wall, picked up by Martin. Martin chipping it ahead. Finding Markovich. Markovich down in the corner with 97. 97 trying to find Markovich out front. Markovich off the wall, back to Martin. Martin walking across center. Shot is going to be loved by Jersey's goalie. .8:22 on the clock. On ice, Bowman, Martin, Markovich, Dobbs, 97. Dobbs, 97, back to Martin. Martin going off the wall, getting it deep, finding Dobbs behind the net. Dobbs walking out. Dobbs is going to drop back. Bowman trying to send it deep. Picked up by Markovich in the corner. And now 97 sends it to Dobbs. Dobbs back to Bowman. Bowman shot. We're going to have a slashing call. Who's the slash on? Is that on them? We're going to have a slash on Bell Tire, so we're going to go on to a penalty kill here. Flanagan's taking their spot on D. 8:01 on the clock. Markovich in the box. Hewer and Agbe out for Bell Tire. Puck is down. Picked up by Flanagan. Flanagan trying to clear the zone. New Jersey intercepts. Trying to send it back. Agbe now. Agbe's got speed here. Gets it just out of her stick. Picked up by New Jersey. New Jersey, rink wide. Centering passing through neutral. Bell Tire applying pressure. Keeping him out of the zone. Caitlin back to Chase. Caitlin into the corner. Gets her stick on it. Intercepted by Jersey. Jersey to the point. Circling. Flanagan trying to disrupt. Bell Tire applying pressure here. 54 seconds remaining in the penalty kill. Up top goes Jersey. Jersey shot in. Deflected on the over top of the net. McKenzie into the corner. Back up top by Jersey. And misses the stick, goes out. They're going to have to reset. 36 seconds remaining in the penalty kill. Agbe going for a change. Jersey offsides. So this puck will be just outside of the Bell Tire zone. Bell Tire's going to go for a line change. Clemens coming in. Martin and Morton. Gagarowski out with Clemens. Morton with the puck. Trying to clear the zone. Clemens now. Clemens trying to get it out. Jersey intercepted the clearing pass. And resetting the power play for the next 10 seconds. Jersey out front. Gets it chipped out. Clemens gets her stick on it. Ends up getting a little bit of a break here. Clemens trying to try and turn the corner. Bell Tire back up to full strength. Clemens circles the net. Clemens circling. Gordon sending it deep. This is going to be picked up by Dobbs behind the net. Gagarowski back to Dobbs. 97 to Bell Tire. Picked up by Martin. Kept in. Sending it up through the slot. And now out of the zone. Martin keeping it down. And, Dobbs gets it back into the zone. Dobbs now with a quick step. Intercepting the pass. Dobbs. Shot. And is gloved and lost by Jersey's goal. 5:53 remaining. On ice, Bowman, Caitlin, 97, Dobbs, and Cruciano. Caitlin sends it deep. Around, Dobbs behind the net. Dobbs hitting the brakes. Finding 97. 97, up top to Caitlin. Caitlin going across. Her pass exits the zone and they reset. Up to 97. 97 backhands it into the zone. Chased by Cruciano. Bell Tire on change. Hewer stepping in. Into neutral goes Jersey. Bowman behind her own net. Trying to find 97 to chip it out. And Jersey's going to get a penalty here. I believe that should be on Jersey. Yeah, I think Caitlin thought it was on her. Yeah. All right, so Bell Tire now going to go on a power play. And we've got McKenzie, Flanagan, Martin, Hewer, Agbe, 91 from 16s. Battle in the corner. We're going to go up top. Hewer hit hard into the boards. McKenzie stepping up. Hewer McKenzie. McKenzie dropping it deep. Agbe now settling. Up to Hewer. Hewer to McKenzie. McKenzie back to Hewer. Hewer taking a shot. Going deep into the corner. Picked up by Martin. Martin sending it around. Finding Agbe. Agbe to Hewer. Hewer to McKenzie. McKenzie takes the shot. Now rips. Tip down. Good shot. Agbe almost on the backside. Reset. Hewer. 52 seconds on the power play. Hewer over to McKenzie over to Hewer. Hewer to Agbe. Agbe. Agbe with a sharp end of the shot. Gloved by Jersey. And that power play has Kurt Dobbs' approval. 45 seconds remaining. Same personnel for Bell Tire. Jersey with a change. Puck's down. Jersey won it back to the corner. Attacked by Hewer and Agbe. Trying to pick the puck out is Agbe. Hewer holding tight. Ref is asking the girls politely to find the puck. And now the puck's pulled free. McKenzie. McKenzie looking for Hewer. Hewer dropping down deep for Agbe. Slides past Agbe's stick. Picked up by Martin behind the net. Back over to Agbe. Agbe going to Hewer. Hewer to McKenzie. Back to Hewer. Down to Agbe. Gloves it down. Gets it back up top. Finding Hewer. Down to Agbe. Agbe trying to find it over to Martin. Picked up by Martin, and we've got a high stick. Go back to regular strength for Jersey. On ice is going to be Morton. 97 from 16's Dobbs. Looks like Markovich, maybe? Dobbs takes the draw. Jersey won it back to the point. Markovich applying pressure. Down in the corner, picked up by Caitlin Flanagan. Caitlin trying to chip it out. And makes its way into neutral. Jersey trying to get it back in. Picked up by Markovich. That puck's going to get down into the Bell Tire zone. Morton to chase. Now Dobbs behind the Bell Tire net. Picked up by Morton. Morton ahead for Markovich. Markovich going rink wide. Finding 97 in stride. 97. Taking hard into the board with no penalty. Okay. Bell Tire on a line change. Jersey going up ahead. Jersey gaining the zone. Played back by McKenzie. I'm sorry, Caitlin. Sent across, forced out, and Bell Tire now going to try and clear that puck. Out to neutral. Picked up by Kazarowski. Shot in, wide of the net. Cruciano picking up the road puck behind the net. Now Bowman. Bowman on net. And dropped that run. That's going to be a penalty across that has to be, right? So Bell Tire is going to go back onto a power play, I believe, here. On the cross track on Cruciano. On ice, we are going to have 91 Hewer. We have McKenzie, Martin, and Agbe. Jersey clearing it. Chased down by McKenzie. Picked up behind her own net. Turning up ice. McKenzie with a little bit of a lane here. He's going to go through. McKenzie shot wide of the net. Picked up by 91. Hewer sliding in to keep that puck deep in the corner. Puck comes up to McKenzie. McKenzie shot in. Block goes to the corner now. Picked up by Martin. It slides past the stick. Goes out to New. Doesn't make it to New. Hewer drawing it back in. Down to Agbe. Agbe up to Hewer. Hewer back to Agbe. Behind the net. Picked up by Martin. Martin back to Agbe. Up to Hewer. Hewer. McKenzie. Hewer. Agbe. Centering pass. Shot in and covered up by Jersey. Kurt Dobbs gives his approval. 36 seconds remaining on the power play for Bell Tire. Same personnel. Puck is down. Agbe getting it into 91. 91's a good shot. Glove. And Hewer to take the draw. Puck's back down. Kick back to McKenzie. McKenzie up top of the Blues. Down to Hewer. Back to McKenzie. McKenzie shot. Puck was free momentarily and cleared by Jersey all the way to the end. 1 minute remaining in the period. 16 seconds on the penalty. Over to Martin. Martin going up top, finding Hewer. Hewer going up ice. Hewer through neutral. Hewer sending it deep. That puck took a very weird bounce. Bounces off the back of the net. And it's picked up by Martin. It's taken down to the ice. Martin. Agbe stepping in. And we've got a one-on-one. Shot turned aside by Streeter. McKenzie into the corner. Going to the half wall. Picked up by Dobbs. Dobbs with some room here. Dobbs going across. Oh, offsides by Bill Tire. And Dobbs cleaves the stick out of Jersey's hand as she skates through. He was just making sure she wasn't going to get a stick on it if the whistle didn't blow. It's fine. Dobbs to take the draw. That puck is down. That looks like Morton over there on D, getting it up to Markovich. Markovich getting a shot in. Blocked to the side by Jersey's goalie. Sent ahead by Jersey. They're going to wave this icing. We are going to go into the third period. Still, Bell Tire 1-0. I will do my best. 97 is Carlson on the ice now. So we got Carlson on the ice. Carlson with the puck. Dobbs taking the draw. Markovich. Carlson getting it to Markovich. Picked up by Martin here in neutral. Martin turning up ice. Martin going through. Martin turning the corner. Getting a shot off the post. Back behind the net. And now McKenzie on the D here against Jersey as they make their way into the Bell Tire zone. Dobbs chasing it down in the corner. Picked up by McKenzie. Hitting the brakes. Going up ice, trying to find Carlson. And a battle here. Now McKenzie comes out with the puck.
Curl!
Going across to Martin. Martin looking up ice. Going across to McKenzie. McKenzie up to Carlson. Jersey through neutral here. Caitlin defending. Caitlin into the corner with Jersey. Jersey can't handle Caitlin's pressure. Up top, picked up by Jersey. Right back out. Carlson on defense here. Now Caitlin. Carlson picking it up off the half wall. Going up to Clemens. Clemens going down into the Jersey zone. Gazarovski out front. Cruciano on ice. And we're going to have a penalty here on us. Looks like that's going to be on Bell Tire. So 13:22 of the clock. Bell Tire is going to go on to the penalty kill. It looks like Agbe and Hewer out with Martin and Morton. Puck is down. Jersey with it, dropping it back to their point. Up across, D to D. Disrupted by Agbe applying pressure. Bell Tire's had their penalty kill working today. Up top, shot in. Block deflected by Martin. Picked up by Hewer and sent the length of the ice. Bell Tire D change going out here. Now we've got the Flanagans out on D with Dobbs and Markovich. Jersey gaining the Bell Tire zone. Picked up by Caitlin. Caitlin chipping it down the end of the ice. Collected by the Jersey goalie and sent ahead in their own zone. And now we've got Orlick out there with Carlson and the Flanagan. Centering pass by Jersey, disrupted, sent the length. 12:24 on the clock, 30 seconds on the penalty. Bell Tire with new personnel. McKenzie, Flanagan, Agbe, Hewer, Agbe shot, and it's going to go wide. Martin and McKenzie on D here. Hewer on a back check. Martin to defend. Martin disrupting the play. Going to the corner. Hopkins in a slide pass. Streeter. Make that a 1-1 game. All right, tied game now, 1-1. Gazarovski out with Cruciano, Clemens, Martin. And that puck's going to make it past the sticks here and go for an icing. Bowman out there. So this draw happening in the Jersey end. Puck is down. Jersey in their own corner. Chased down by Cruciano. Cruciano sending it back around. Clemens going to pick it up in the corner. Shipped ahead. Picked up by Martin. Martin going up off a skate of Jersey. Redirected the puck and now picked up by Clemens. Clemens drops it back to Martin. Martin going across. Finding Bowman. Bowman going off the wall. Finding Martin behind the net. Martin going up ice. That's going to... He was looking for a breakout pass and went for an icing. We have Dobbs. I got Dobbs right now. That's who's on ice. As soon as I see the other jersey, I'll let you know. Carlson's out there. Dobbs, Markovich, Caitlin Flanagan, Morton. Morton in the corner. Centering pass. Chipped out by Caitlin. Picked up by Carlson. Carlson up the wing here. Centering for Markovich. Dobbs chasing in the back check. This is defended by Morton. Now picked up by Carlson. Carlson off the wall. Looking for Dobbs. Dobbs gaining his own. Beltire going for a change as Jersey circles our net. 10:41 on the clock. Orlick offers skate. And Agbe now out with Hewer. Orlick, Agbe. McKenzie. Agbe looking to go behind the net. Martin and McKenzie back in on D here. Shot by Hewer, deflected wide. Picked up by Agbe. Agbe looking for a wraparound, just missed. Jersey out through in the breakout, defended by Martin. And into the corner they go. On the half wall now, picked up by Agbe. Agbe going up ice. She's going to send it deep, go for a change. Orlick's going to chase it down in the corner. Orlick going behind the Jersey net. Orlick up to Martin. Martin going across to McKenzie. McKenzie shot is going to get deflected wide of the net. And Jersey's going to break out. 9:39 on the clock. This is defended by McKenzie. Puck's going to go into the Beltire net to stop play with a face-off coming just outside the Beltire zone. And that puck is down. Kazarowski out with Cruciano, Clemens, Caitlin Flanagan, and Bowman. Caitlin Flanagan going up ice. Caitlin gaining neutral. Going into the zone, disrupted by Jersey. Jersey up back through neutral. Bowman on D here. Picked up by Bowman. Bowman now with a little bit of room. She's going to chip it ahead. It's going to be picked up by Jersey in neutral. Sent D to D. Jersey up centering. Going into the Beltire zone. Defended by Bowman. Now picked up by Cruciano. Cruciano going up the wing. Trying to chip it off the boards. Getting it into the zone. And now Cruciano. A puck just at her feet. Dobbs going in here. Jersey circling as their line went for a change. Beltire and Markovich now with a jump. Markovich backhand, free puck, loose out front. Cannot find the back of the net. Dobbs is picking it up. Dobbs dropping it and misses the pass back for Morton. Martin to chase. Martin has one on, chasing behind her own net. Dropping it back for Morton. New Jersey loses an edge and goes into the boards, and that puck slides out. That is offsides. And a battle happening in the corner, picked up by Martin. Martin going ahead to Carlson. Carlson now gaining the New Jersey jump, chipping it around, going to the corner, circling the net, dropping it back, finding Orlick. Orlick circling. Orlick in the slot. Shot. Wide of the net. Comes out to the half wall. Picked up by McKenzie. And stays in the zone. McKenzie now looking up, stretch pass, finding Agbe. Agbe, a little bit of room. Agbe chased down by Jersey into the corner. Hewer in on the half wall. Hewer down in the corner. Agbe down to help. Agbe trying to come across center. Drop to Martin. Martin's shot. Hits off his shin and goes into the corner. Back up to Martin. Martin going across, finding McKenzie. McKenzie setting the puck down. Trying to get his shot off. New Jersey on the draw. Martin disrupted the play. Feet, kid, feet. And into the corner. Poked out. Now Cruciano with a little bit of a break. Can't quite contain the puck. And Beltire goes for a change. That's just going to get covered up. Reset for Beltire. Kazarowski on the draw here. Clemens out with Cruciano. Bowman and Caitlin. Puck down into the corner. Bowman circled around by Jersey to the half wall. Picked up by Clemens. And that puck makes its way through. Picked up by Cruciano. Cruciano now has numbers, and she is elbowed hard into the ice. That will be a roughing penalty on Jersey with 5:57. Bell Tire is going to go back on the power play here. Agbe, Hewer, Orlick, McKenzie, Martin. Puck's down. McKenzie. Over to Hewer. Hewer dropped to Agbe. Agbe to Hewer. Hewer to McKenzie. McKenzie shot. Deflected out front. Smothered by Bell Tire. Picked up by Hewer. Hewer dropping it down to Agbe. Agbe to Hewer. Hewer to McKenzie. McKenzie shot in. Wide.